Today I'm going to show you how to make and just put together some practical life trays. I am specifically focusing on water transfer activities. So first, and again, these are suggested things that you will need. There are some required things that I strongly suggest that you get, but everything else doesn't have to look like the things that I have. Feel free to go to thrift stores, secondhand stores, or use things from your own home. If you have any of these items at your house, then feel free to use this. So some of the things that we're going to need that are kind of required are some trays. These trays I purchased from Target, and these were on clearance, and they are just the perfect size to just fit all of your materials and also easy to carry. And I also found these are not necessarily trays, but they're plates, and I got these because they're very inexpensive. They're $1.50 at Target, and so I got a few of these. And feel free to switch out these trays. You don't have to use these trays for water transfer activities. You can use them for any other practical life activity. You will need 2 pitchers, but you don't have, again, you don't have to get this kind. I got these at Walmart. They were very inexpensive. They were like $1. It was like $1.10 and $1.50, and I will have I will give you the price breakdown for each of the activity trays. You can also use creamers instead of these pitchers. If you have a measuring cup, that would be perfect. I recommend having one of those, or simply having just a small container, preferably with a small mouth. I will explain why later. And do make sure you get at least 2 cups. I prefer and I recommend the cups being clear, just so the child is able to see the water and what's being poured into it. Also make sure to get bowls. Again, they don't have to look like mine, but do make sure they are small and they're easy to use. If you are 2 or 3 years old, they would fit your hands. You'd also need, these are placemat holders, and I got these on clearance for, I believe it was 25 cents each at Target, so that's great. You are also going to need a baster. I purchased this one from Target. Again, if you have one at home, feel free to use that. Also a syringe. I actually got these for free at Walmart. I just asked the lady in the pharmacy area if I could just have some, and she said that was fine. And you don't need the needle. Just, yeah, you don't need the needle. You're also going to need a dropper, and I also purchased this at Walmart, and it came in a pack of 2. And I think it might have been at $2. Again, I will give you the price breakdown in a second. You're also going to need a small funnel. Now, I looked everywhere for this funnel, and oh man, we went pretty much any and all major retail stores, and I couldn't find one. And so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna have to order some online. So I was looking at some online, and then I noticed that the Container Store had some. So I just ran to my Container Store right before it closed, and I was able to get these, and it was very inexpensive, and it looks pleasing. It is stainless steel, and it's pretty. You're also going to need a sponge, just a simple sponge. I also got that on clearance at Target. You're also going to need a measuring spoon. Do make sure it's not very big. This one is 1/4 of a teaspoon. And just a small spoon. If you can tell, this is smaller than my hand. You are also going to need some ice trays. Then you can also get a paint palette. This was also very inexpensive. I purchased this at Walmart. And also a bathroom tread. There's that. You're going to need scissors. You're going to need, this is liner. This was also very inexpensive. It was on sale at Target. This I have seen a lot of thrift stores carry these, and it can be any color. Don't worry about it. Just do make sure it is clean and yeah, and not so wrinkled. And then you're going to need a small rag, some food coloring. Again, it doesn't have to be all the colors that I have. If you have just red, that's fine. Just blue, it's okay. And then you're going to need red nail polish. So these are all of the materials that I will be using to put the water transfer activities together. And again, feel free to hunt around your house, look for small bowls, small pitchers, one of the sponges that you have at your home, make sure it's new. Food coloring, most of us have that in our home. And do feel free to hunt around in secondhand stores or thrift stores. I have seen 80–90% of these items in those stores and a very low price. And I do recommend that the pitchers, the small glass containers, the cups, and the bowls, all of them be made of glass, and make sure that they are breakable. If you don't have any of these small spoons, you can also find if you have a small ladle in your home. I couldn't find that, but feel free to do that. These are very inexpensive and simple to make, so let's get started. After we make sure all of our materials are clean, we're going to make our placemats. And I very strongly recommend you use shelf liner to make placemats because they are easy to clean and waterproof. The measurements I used for mine were 11 by 18 inches. All I'm doing here is making markings for myself. After I had made these marks for myself, I'm going to fold my liner and make a guide on where I want to cut. I'm going to take my fabric scissors and cut. And I did get about 4 placemats from this roll. You can also make them smaller, but this was just the size I chose. After we have cut our placemat, all we're going to do is roll it up and use our placemat holder to set it in place. And we're done. And all we're going to do with our sponge is make 2. So we're just going to cut it in half and we are all done. To make our small rags, all I did was cut this rag in quarters. And after I did, I folded that quarter in half and we're done. The direct aims for these activities are to develop fine motor control, to prepare the child for his own food preparation as well as pouring his own drinks, eye-hand coordination, judgment of volume, which will later prepare him for volume in math, concentration, order, independence, preparation for holding a pencil and writing, and care of the environment. And here are some activities I put together. Thank you so much for subscribing, and if you would like to see a video with the presentations for the activities I showed you, let me know by giving this video a thumbs up. I'll see you next video. Bye bye.